Hello everyone, good morning, good afternoon and good evening, depending on the time that you are watching this video. I want you to go to my YouTube channel, Love Enclave at Bola Oba. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, like, share and comment. Thank you. So the topic for today is how to manage our marriage relationships. How do you manage your marriage relationships? We all know what marriage is. I used to define marriage as the coming together of two imperfect beings. No one is perfect. It's only God that is perfect. So a man and a woman are coming together as husband and wife. And I want you to know that the two of them are not perfect. As you come together as husband and wife, you need to compromise here and there. And also, I want to let you know that marriage is hard work. You have to work at it. Marriage is a deliberate thing. You go into marriage with all your senses at work. And also, marriage is teamwork. It requires teamwork. The two parties involved must work at it. You must work at it. You must be committed to your relationship. You must be very committed to your relationship. And you must have the ability to overcome your challenges. What do I mean by that? You must have the ability to resolve your challenges, to resolve your conflicts. And in a situation where you are not able to resolve your conflicts, I will prefer you talk to your pastor, your spiritual leaders, or a counselor. And the next thing I'm going to be mentioning is, what are the keys to managing a marriage relationships? What are the keys to managing a marriage relationships? The first thing I'm going to be mentioning is effective communication. Why effective communication? We cannot rule it out. You cannot be in a relationship and marriage for that matter without communicating. And there is what we call verbal or non-verbal communication. And in this era of social media, even if you are not together or you are together, there are still different ways by which you can communicate with one another. You can send text messages, emails, you can send a message through Messenger, through Twitter, Instagram, etc. And if you are together, you can choose to communicate verbally through words. And you can also use the informal communication, which is through sign languages. And the person you are communicating with must necessarily understand what you are trying to communicate to him or her. There must be understanding. The party, when your partner is communicating with you, you must listen, then you must understand. Effective communication is beyond just talking. Talking is not communication. Talking can be meant to be effective when your partner understands what you are trying to pass across. So I used to say, effective communication is the lifeblood of any relationship. You cannot tell me I'm a quiet person, I'm an introvert, I don't talk. You cannot be in a marriage relationship without communicating with your partner. That's the number one thing. It serves as a base for your relationship. There must be communication. You must communicate your joy. You must communicate your pleasure. You must even communicate your displeasure. So take note, effective communication in any marriage relationship is very important. And the second thing I'm going to be talking about is trust and honesty. Trust is the foundation of any marriage. You cannot be in a marriage relationship or any relationship for that matter without trust. If there is no trust in your relationship, the marriage cannot stand. The relationship cannot last. So there must necessarily be trust and honesty. You must not tell lies to one another. You must be honest. You must tell each other everything and anything. You know, you must trust your partner. You must have confidence in their ability. When they are given a particular assignment to oversee, you must trust their ability to be able to deliver without supervision, without unnecessary push. Avoid secrecy, avoid telling lies to one another, then be truthful always. The next thing is spend quality time together. Spend quality time together. If it's possible, you bathe together. If it's possible, you take a walk together, you exercise together, you play games together. Practice a time that you put away your devices, your phones, your tablets, your laptop, and concentrate on one another. Because we've seen a situation where couples will be complaining that he or she does not give me attention. He or she is always with his or her phone. Please practice a time that you put away your phones, that you put away your gadgets. Spend quality time together. Have a date once in a while. Have a date with your husband. Have a date with your wife. Eat out. Go to the supermarket together. You know, follow your husband to the salon. You know, take a walk, play games together. Watch a common program on television together. But the most important thing is you must spend quality time together, just the two of you. The next thing is you must share responsibility. Share responsibility and know your responsibilities. What do I mean by that? Share household chores. There are times that as a man you need to come in to help lessen the burden on your wife. There are some things you can do, little things here and there in the house, in the home for your wife. Be involved in child care. Do not leave your wife, you know, to be cooking, to be taking care of the children, to be taking care of the home without the man's involvement. You must practice shared responsibilities. And as husband and wife, you must know your individual responsibility. Even though the Bible says a man must take care of his own home, but the wife is there to support. We are helpmates for God's sake, you know. So we should not leave say this is a man's responsibility, solely a man's responsibility. The wife can come in, and we cannot say, okay, taking care of the home, taking care of the children is solely the wife's responsibility. There are times the man will need to come in to offer a helping hand. I will also be talking about respect and appreciation. Treat each other with respect, dignity, kindness, and courtesy. This fosters unity amongst the two of you. Then learn to acknowledge each other's efforts, contributions, and qualities. Offer compliments. You know, appreciate one another's efforts in managing the home, in taking care of the home. Show gratitude for little things. This reinforces a positive atmosphere and it strengthens your bond. It strengthens your bond. When you offer appreciation, you know, you show respect to one another. Respect your wife, respect your husband. I will also be talking about we should compromise and be flexible. We should not be too rigid. We should not be a traditionalist. We should not say, this is how my father has been doing it. This is how my mother has been doing it. I cannot change it. Or this is the way I was brought up. I cannot change it. There is nothing like I cannot change. Learn to compromise a little. Learn to be flexible. Learn new ways of doing things. Be open to new ways of doing things. Then be open to different perspectives, different views, you know. Learn to discuss, you know. Learn to rub minds together. Then be willing to adopt and make adjustments. As a man, as a wife, be willing to adapt, and make adjustments where necessary. Don't be rigid. Learn to be flexible. Learn to listen to other people's opinion. And when it is absolutely important, learn to adjust. Then the next thing I'm going to be mentioning here is there must be continual growth and support for one another's dreams, goals, and aspirations. You must support one another. Then you must encourage your partner, in a bid to grow. You must be an encourager. Celebrate one another's achievements. Celebrate one another's achievements. Then when the other partner is going through some trying periods, maybe at work, in his or her business, having health challenges, we must be there to care for one another. We must be there to comfort one another. We must be there to encourage one another, even in difficult times. Then the next point is we should talk about money. For you to manage your marriage relationship effectively, you must talk about money. You must talk about finance. How, to generate income, or to talk about the income that is coming in, the expenses, the savings, the investments. You must even plan for your retirement. You must talk about money, because we've seen a lot of cases where the issue of money is always bringing about, conflict. So you must be able to sit down together, have a budget, probably as a family, then talk about it. If possible, have a joint account, but it is not compulsory. But you must be open in discussing your finances. You must be open in discussing your income, your expenditure, your savings, your investments, and you must plan for your retirement. You must plan for your retirement. There is something I've observed, in most couples. One tends to be a saver, the other one will tend to be spendthrift. Usually they don't go the same way. We should remember that marriage is complementary. Marriage is complementary. Usually one is a saver, one wants to save money. He or she does not want to spend. It's always planning and calculating. The other one wants to spend money. So you should come together and compromise. You remember we talked about compromise the other time. Sit down together and plan your expenses. Then the next point is be intimate. Be intimate. Touch one another. Hug yourself. Kiss yourself. Be intimate. Be intimate. Have good sex regularly. Maintain your physical and emotional connections. Maintain your physical and emotional connections. Be romantic.